guys, and bringing you our first ever podcast. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Cervantes, make videos, PlayStation guy. I also have a PC. I love gaming, and that's pretty much it for me. Very small YouTuber. I just started very recently. So now it's your turn, guys.
All
All
right,
right,
so
you want to
I'm
go
rated
rated
D.
D?
Yeah, I'm rated D, and I've tested positive for swag. And so basically, yeah, I just hate Microsoft. Sony's cool, Nintendo's alright, PC's alright, but I just can't stand Microsoft.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm Sagman 12. I started YouTube back in 2010, I think. Back when I was just recording with a camera on a screen. Started on PS3. I have a PS4. I have a PC. My brother has a Wii, except I don't even use it. So yeah, I primarily play on PS4, PS3, and PC. And
Same here.
I have, I think, 950 subs. I think Kingdom Hearts made me really popular, so I got like 400 subscribers just from Kingdom Hearts alone, like tutorials. So yeah, that's what I do pretty much.
Yeah, I saw that. Uh, yeah, I was seeing that, man, and it's funny these days. I was watching something about Kingdom Hearts. I was seeing people's reaction towards the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3, and it was very funny, man. And these people actually sold me the game. Like, I'm definitely gonna be picking up that HD remake pretty soon because people who were like in these videos, man, they were crying.
Yeah, bro, it means a lot to some people. I mean, I know it means a lot to me because I grew up playing that, both of them.
Yeah. I
So,
played it but never beat it, actually. Like,
oh, I played it. I spent so many hours on that PS2 playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, man. It
See,
was
I love the
crazy.
first one, but I hated two. But the first one, I was addicted to it.
No, I like all of them. Did you get the 1.5 remix?
Nah, because I
no,
already have I have all this stuff pretty much before, and I just with the PS4 coming out, I didn't feel like getting them all again.
Yeah, I got that, and I've been playing it. I played it a while ago. I don't play it anymore, but now they're doing a 2.5 one. I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, Kingdom Hearts 3, which probably won't see the light of day till 3 years from now.
wow. You think?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Then they're gonna take their time. They don't want to screw it up.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Some of these companies make such amazing games, and releasing a sequel is like more of a risk than reward. So,
Hey, let me just say this real quick because I'm just smooth. Okay, this is a great segue into the topic. Um,
yeah.
the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 is not a PlayStation exclusive just irks me. You know what I mean? Like, what do you
Yeah,
guys think about
it
it?
irks me too, man. I mean, it's great that it's coming to other people now. You don't just have to have a PS4 to get it. Because I know some people who had PS2s when they were growing up, but they switched to the 360 because the PS3 was so terrible when it first came out. So, and then they also got the Xbox One for whatever reason. Who would ever buy that thing? Anyways, but yeah, I think it's good in the fact that more people get to play it now, regardless of what system they're on. But I feel like it should have stayed a Sony exclusive, and I feel like most people are probably going to get it for PS4, regardless.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with Final Fantasy 13, 13-2. Came out on both systems, but mostly people got it on the PlayStation 3, since Xbox isn't known for
Mhm.
Square Enix.
I mean, they're third-party companies, man. So, I mean, they go really where the money is, and it was
Yeah,
just a matter of time, really. So, if it's
yeah, I
not
don't
a
think they should have
Sony-owned
sold out,
IP,
though, man.
it's
They
going
should,
out elsewhere.
they shouldn't have sold out. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Square Enix?
Yeah, they shouldn't
Square
have sold.
Enix was a first-party studio by Sony?
It wasn't a first-party studio, but because most of their games came out on PlayStation and
Yeah.
the handhelds, the DS.
Yeah, yeah.
Never came to Microsoft.
Yeah, that's true.
The
It's
first one.
just PlayStation was dominating so bad that, it was just, it was so easy to make these games exclusive to PlayStation. So, That's pretty much what happened, man. I'm super stoked for Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm
Don't
very
even.
hyped
That's
about
coming out
that.
this year for
And
sure.
I'm not even much of a Final Fantasy fan, except for
Oh my
7.
god, dude.
But
I could go on about that. I'm a
yeah,
huge Final Fantasy fan.
but yeah, man, that's all right. That's great. So let's get into the main topic. Let's pretty much talk about Sony, Microsoft, and E3 2014 predictions, etc. What are you guys excited about, and that kind of stuff. You can mention Nintendo, but Nintendo is no
Nintendo is
people
supposedly
don't
making a new
really
console.
talk about Nintendo that much, and they're not having a press conference. We kind of already know what to expect from Nintendo. So
I heard Nintendo was releasing a new system.
It could
yeah,
That's what I
happen.
heard.
Fusion or something. Yeah.
And I was
So,
like, there's really no point of them doing that because no one bought the Wii U. Like, no one gave two shits about the Wii U because
Yeah.
they claimed it was next gen, but it came out 2 years before the Xbox One and the PS4. So
Yeah.
how is it next gen?
so basically, for me, I mean, I think Microsoft is just they're gonna get completely obliterated, and they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot by trying to compete with Uncharted and The Order and all that stuff, because there are these insiders on Twitter, right? And one of the guys who's rarely ever been wrong, he said that apparently the Halo 5 demo or whatever they're gonna show does not run as well as people would like it to. They're basically going to show it in order to drive up hype and make it seem like they did well at E3. So they're basically going to reveal it early. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be absolutely terrible. And I can't wait to see these Xbots just go absolutely insane, losing their minds, and show their hypocrisy, especially people like Arsenal and
Oh my
Lebowski, all
God,
these
that
morons.
fanboy. Oh. Oh man, this dude is so Arsenal 187. This dude is such a jackass, man. I remember him saying some stupid ass shit. He said, "Oh, he did a video on PlayStation like Network versus Xbox Live, and he was saying, "Oh, I don't know what the big fuzz about is about PlayStation because their network is like shit, and then they talk about this PlayStation Plus like free games, and that's kind of like just going to McDonald's and getting like a free toy and a Happy Meal." And I was like, "Wow."
And the funny thing is how Microsoft completely copied PlayStation Plus now for the Xbox One.
Yeah, huh? So that makes them look stupid. Oh man. Ugh. The
You know
hypocrisy,
what I
man.
think about that? People like they announced a price drop. Now it's going to be $400, just like the PS4. It doesn't change anything. It's still an underpowered system. It's still an entertainment system. So what I think they should do is make a whole new Xbox One and take out the bullshit that no one's going to use, like the cable stuff, and then use that cap space to put a new graphics card in and a new processor and better RAM, and then maybe people will start buying your system because it's still a piece of shit.
Yeah, if they were really, really, really smart, they would take the whole HDMI in capabilities out of the actual console and leave that like just for the models that come with Kinect. And if you take that HDMI stuff out of the console, you may be able to undercut the PlayStation 4 by a little bit. But either way, man, Sony said and stated that they made the PlayStation 4 with it being a competitor in price in mind. So that's what I think. But they're going to test the waters with this $400 system. And earlier, I think it was yesterday, these IGN reported something about some random GameStop executive saying that, oh, there's more demand now for Xbox One now, when they announced the 399 price point. And these fanboys are like blowing it out of proportion, like Crap Gamer and all that. They're blowing it out of proportion, like it's like gonna make some kind of huge comeback, and that's just not the reality. Because PlayStation sells like a lot better globally, and if it could remain in neck on neck in the USA with the Xbox One, there's nothing really to worry about. It'll
The other
always stay
thing
ahead.
is, like, if the Xbox One had no demand before, of course they're going to get more demand by
Yeah,
dropping the
that's
price
$100.
$100.
Yeah, some people are gonna want it, but I
I'm
don't know.
still not gonna buy it. I don't give a shit how low it gets. It's a piece of
Same here.
I'm not buying that shit either. I don't really care about it.
like. Name me one title on the Xbox One that's going to warrant the system being purchased. You can't name one because everything on there sucks. Like some
Mm.
guy tried to convince me that Killer Instinct was worth it. I was like, get the fuck. Killer Instinct is not worth a $500 purchase.
DLC instinct.
And the funny thing is,
Hey, you know something about that game, man? Before Rated D starts
yeah,
talking, I found that game is like a fraud online. That game, when there's lag online, the game puts like replaces the players with AI. And I know it's crazy, man, but they put like AI when you're fighting online and there's lag to kind of like compensate for the lag, and that's why it seems so fluid. So it's possible that two people actually win a match online.
wow.
Yeah, that's like look it up, man. I was pretty surprised, man.
And so the funny thing is about Arsenal specifically, he was talking about how he was going to get Watch Dogs for the Xbox One because of the online, because supposedly it looks the same as the PS4 version.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just funny to me how when you look at the graphical comparisons that are out now, Watch Dogs on the PS4 not only has much better lighting, obviously it runs at a higher resolution, but on top of that, I think it's called optical occlusion or something. I forgot the word for it, but it basically like adds depth to 3D objects, I guess.
Ambient occlusion
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're trying to.
And the Xbox One doesn't have any of that, and as a result, it ends up looking really cartoony. And on top of that, there's PlayStation exclusive content, a mission, skins, stuff like that, for like the first 6 months, and then it comes, I believe, only to PC. It's not coming to Xbox One. And so he's like, because it looks the same on PS4 and Xbox One, I'm just gonna get the Xbox One version because Microsoft has better online. Like,
Those P2P servers, please. Please, that whole dedicated servers crap is just a bunch of PR. These companies have a special way of saying things that it makes it sound like what you want to hear. And Microsoft said some developers have access to dedicated service. They never said that all their games are going to have dedicated service. They said they have access to dedicated service. So whatever the trade-off is or whatever they work out, it's definitely up to them.
and let me just say one more thing. I
Yeah.
find it hilarious how all these Xbots are always like, oh, Sony, they only have indie games for the PS4. Last I checked, Titanfall and Sunset Overdrive are both indie games. They're just by more well-known developers.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, you talk to anyone that bought Titanfall, and they'll tell you that it wasn't worth it. It's not. It wasn't. It was so. People said that it got boring after the first day. It died within a month. Like if you go to Twitch, no one will be streaming Titanfall anymore because it died.
Yeah, I did a video on that pointing out how no one was like playing it online. As a matter of fact, this last week or this week, they actually took a game mode out of the
Yeah,
Titanfall.
yeah, they took two out. One of
Yeah.
them was Capture the Flag of all things.
Yes. And that's the piece. I played it, man, and honestly, it was definitely not worth it. And if they surprise me at E3 and announce it for PlayStation 4 somehow, I'm still not buying that shit.
No, I'm not gonna get it either. Hell no.
Same
Hell
here.
no.
Worth it.
I mean, the thing
No
is,
way.
so many games coming out. You got Destiny, which is going to be better
Oh
and
my
better
God,
than
that game is
Titanfall.
gonna be so awesome.
Now you got Watch Dogs coming out.
You know, I don't. The thing about Watch Dogs is that I'm not really interested in it because, like, what is it? It's another Grand Theft Auto 5 with hacking.
Yeah.
Like
See,
when you
I'm
had
interested
Infamous,
because it deals with
Infamous Second
conspiracy.
Son was special because you had powers and you could shoot shit and fly around and punch things with your chain on your arm. What can you do in Watch Dogs? You drive around, you can shoot things, and you can hack stuff.
I
I
will
mean,
have to see. They said it's like a realistic open world stealth game with all the hacking, so I'm gonna wait to play it before I see exactly what it's like. Because
Yeah, I was
so
thinking the same
now.
thing. Just gonna
uh,
wait
it's too
and
overhyped, man.
So
Overhyped.
the other thing is like we've also got Drive Club coming in October. We've got Assassin's Creed Unity, which I am ridiculously pumped for. And who knows what else they're gonna show at E3? Like there are too many games for us to care about Titanfall.
Yeah, yeah. Titanfall, they released it in March because they know they wouldn't be able to compete with the fall lineup. I mean, Destiny, I'm so pumped up for that game, man. I'm so pumped up. And it's funny how some of these Xbox have been kind of like dissing on Bungie because they went multi-plat. I just think that's funny, man. Oh man.
It's funny because Insomniac has made nothing but PlayStation games for so long,
Yeah, now
and
they're praising it. Hmm.
yeah, exactly. And we deal with it, but they still get the game. It's not like they just. It's not like Bungie made an exclusive PlayStation game.
Yeah, I know, but it'll still run worse on the Xbox One. Like that's what you try to explain this to people, like the Xbox, like try to explain to them that every multi-platform that's gonna come out is gonna look worse,
Come on,
and
guys, I
that's
gotta
just
be.
a
They
fact
don't
because the
believe it.
Xbox One has worse hardware, and they
Okay,
still don't
I'll be
believe
back
it.
in like 1 second.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like you can't. The power of the cloud can't save the Xbox One because it's all hardware.
That's
That's
another pipe
hardware.
dream, man. Power of the cloud. Titanfall is supposed to be using the power of the cloud. Where's the power of the cloud to help it render more than 792p? I mean, where is it? Where is this power of the cloud? Because when they
They don't
showed
believe
it,
like they
they
don't
showed it
know.
in a little controlled environment on a PC. I mean, it's just a pipe dream, man. That stuff is not gonna work. Heck, right now we're struggling to make this stream right now with this internet connection. We're having static. How is that gonna be able to compete? The internet connections in modern day connections, gonna be able to render graphics with the during the console. It's just the internet's not fast enough.
That's the thing is like most of these people who think that they know everything don't know a damn thing because once you build a PC, then
Yeah,
you start understanding how rendering and
and
graphics
games work.
work.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you can't render graphics over an internet connection. That doesn't happen like that. You need a dedicated graphics card to do the rendering for you. And the Xbox One has like what is it, a 7790 or something? I don't know, but it has a I know the PS4 has a 7850,
I
and
don't
that's
know
the same one I
about
have in my
AMD
PC right
cards.
now. And technically, it's slow range as of right now, but 2 years ago it was mid range. So yeah, you can't you can't expect the Xbox One to render at 1080p 60 frames with that kind of graphics card. It's just not possible.
Yeah, and not only that, man, is that ES RAM that console has? I hear it's like a bottleneck that it's just not enough fast RAM to be able to like for the frame buffer or something to render like 1080p. Like it's harder to make 1080p on the Xbox One, and that's pretty much it. It's just the hardware, and these Xbox just don't want to admit it. I made a video on it. Like these people are still living in some kind of like dream, man. Like it's
The thing is,
weaker.
they will go to hell and back to protect a piece of plastic.
I'm back.
That's what they'll do. Like they don't give a shit. Like when I made I've made several videos talking about how the Xbox One has failed, and you can go scroll through the comments, and these people will still be trying to defend it. Even when I put in facts in the links, they'll still try to defend that the Xbox One is better. It's funny, and I just laugh at every time I see that in my comments.
Yeah. Before the Xbox was like better because it was an all-in-one system, but now that they removed the Kinect, now it's like amazing and even better. Like I don't get it.
I thought the Kinect was supposed to be the future, wasn't it? Isn't that what what's his
Or-
name? Don Matrix said?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
never nothing amazing about this Connect 2.0, man. All these Connect features that they had, if you watch some of their conferences from the past, like 2010 and all that, when they revealed the first Connect, all of the current stuff that this Connect does was pretty much possible on the old Connect. Like they were doing voice commands in that 2010 press conference. Like they had the same idea. And now these Xbox, when the Xbox One came out, they made it seem like it was a truly next gen console, and they were calling the PlayStation 4 a PS3 2.0, which is just laughable, man. It's
See,
crazy, man.
when you like the you can compare the two systems, but the worst part about the Xbox One has to be the interface.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if you cannot expect to make a console have an interface based on of Windows 8. You can't. I mean, like let's take an example here. Do you guys know who Fisticuffs is?
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
Can you
so
say that one
back,
more time?
huh?
Can you say that one more time?
Fisticuffs is F1ST on YouTube. I think about what is it? 6 months ago, he was talking shit about the
Oh,
PS4. Like he
oh,
was
it's a
he
guy.
was like saying some pretty rough shit about. He was like, "Oh, this is a movie trailer company console," or because he bought the Xbox One, but then he got a PS4, and then he's like, "Damn, like I've been missing out." And then now he thinks the Xbox One's a piece of shit. So I'm just saying, when you convert Fisticuffs or El Presador from Xbox, because they've been prominent
Oh yeah.
360 users, to PlayStation, then you know something is wrong with the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Such
so
denial, man.
I
I
think it's
know.
funny how these Xbox keep saying that, oh, we have exclusives. Well, where are the exclusives? I mean, so far for this holiday season, all we've got is the Halo games from the past, along with Sunset Overdrive. Like, because Quantum Break is getting delayed. They already said that.
Yeah, they were
There's a lot of
criticizing The Last of Us for being remastered and all that on the PlayStation 4, and now they're getting the old Halos, but now it's all right.
there's a
I
lot of shit that got delayed. I think the Division was just delayed too.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was definitely delayed.
I know Witcher 3 got delayed till next year.
I think
That
I
was just-
think this is all good because number one, we'll get better games, and that way we don't really have to rush through all these games. Because I'm gonna be busy with Destiny, man. I can tell you right now, my beta code is ready, and I'm gonna be busy with that game. So
I mean, I'm an
fine with
Assassin's
me.
Creed fanboy. Like, I spent well over 4 months on Assassin's Creed 4, and I'm still playing it. Like, so when Unity comes out, even if there are no exclusives for the PS4 after that, like that's gonna take up all my time until like next year.
yeah,
Yeah.
for me it'd be Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about that Final Fantasy 15, man. I'm not really that much of a Final Fantasy fan, but that game just it catch my eye, man. Like that looks awesome. I want that. Want that.
I've spent a total of well over 200, 300 hours playing. So I got 13, 13.2, Lightning Returns. I got the 10.2 HD collection. I got 7 and 8 installed on my hard drive on my PS3. Yeah, I grew up playing that shit, and you can't
Yeah.
just hop. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about. And then there's a lot of people moaning and bitching about how 15 isn't turn-based anymore. I was like, it's a Kingdom Hearts battle system. Like, what more could you want in a game?
Yeah, that's my favorite type of RPG, like action RPG. Like I don't know if
Yeah,
you
if
know
you
this
like
by
that.
my profile picture, but I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. Like that's my favorite game, period, ever. And yeah, I'm really liking the action RPG genre. It's good.
There's a
Uh,
new one that just came out that I've been playing. It's called Drakengard 3.
oh yeah?
It's pretty sick. I like it. I know a lot of people have been hating on it since the frame rates are bad and the graphics are bad, but I like it. It's really good.
Yeah. Well, anyways, man, let's get going on with E3. Let's kind of talk about E3. Rated D, you talked to me in some kind of you told me in a comment that Microsoft was gonna kind of fail and all that. Can you like elaborate more on that? What do you think they're gonna do?
So first off, like I said, I think the Halo 5 demo it's not gonna run well, and it's definitely gonna show that it's been revealed early. Have you noticed they showed Halo 4 a year before they needed to? They showed Halo 5 last year, and it's still gonna be early this year. All they have is Halo, so they're gonna show a bad demo of Halo. They're gonna show a teaser of Queers of War. you know, uh, and the other thing is like everything that they're going to show pretty much has already been leaked out. Like if you guys saw that thing It came out, I think, on NeoGAF like back in January or February. It's gonna be more Forza, more Fable, more Halo, more Gears, just the
Same
same
old
stuff.
shit. Same old shit.
Yep.
I've been saying this in my videos, man. All they have is those. Why do you think they bought the Gears of War? I mean, if they would have not like, if they didn't bought the Gears of War IP and that would have released on PlayStation, I think it would have been like. I mean, I know it's exaggerated, but I think it would have been extremely, extremely, extremely hard for Xbox to get any kind of momentum going. I mean, because what else do they have?
I think it's funny how they canceled a new IP in order to
I
have Black
know,
Tusk
yes.
make Gears.
Oh my God. They're just gonna. I mean, and the last one sucked, and the last one sucked and sold like crap, and then now this new one that's supposed to be coming out is being made by some unknown developer that we don't even know about, and the
You know
last
what's
one,
funny? I
yeah.
didn't realize this until the other day when I was going back and looking at clips from previous E3s. Microsoft didn't even show a demo for Judgment the year before it came out. Like, all they did was show a trailer for it. Like, they knew ahead of time the game was going to suck.
Mm.
See, what I think is gonna happen at E3 is we're gonna see more footage from the Order. Um, there's gonna be a new Battlefield that's gonna be announced for sure.
A new Battlefield.
Yeah,
Ah, aren't they
definitely.
working
Yeah,
on Battlefront?
the
No,
people
no,
that
no.
made
They announced Battlefield 5. They said that it's gonna do something with like police or something.
yeah, and the people that made Dead Space are going to make it.
Yeah, visceral. So
Sorry, EA, I'm not buying. I'm not getting suckered in this time.
I don't know, because Battlefield 4 it was such a piece of shit at launch,
It's
and
a
it
good
still
game,
is
but
kind
just
of.
buggy, man.
It still is too, but you know, if they, I'd buy it. I'd buy it again if they've corrected it and they fixed and like
Yeah.
I would buy Battlefield 5 if it was really good out the gate. But what else?
I'm not really, because I mean, I don't think if they come up with a Battlefield 5, I'll get it. I mean, maybe eventually, if there's some kind of gaming drought and a sale or something, I'll get it. But I mean, there's just too much competition. Like Destiny is gonna be amazing, and I'm definitely gonna be buying that. So there's a lot of competition for multiplayer games and all that. So I'm just gonna stick to that. And Battlefront, I'm super pumped for that. Hopefully they make it third person shooter because I don't
They
know,
won't.
man.
It'll be a first person. It'll pretty much be Battlefield with Star Wars. That's what
You
it'll
think?
be.
Man, I
Yeah.
really hope it's.
You'll play it and it'll feel like Battlefield, but it'll just be Star Wars. That's what I think it'll be.
If they show it's gonna be a Microsoft's, probably Microsoft's press conference
Yeah, I completely forgot. They're gonna show Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5.
on the Microsoft press conference.
Probably because they showed it at last year's
Yeah, that's what I
2015.
was thinking. Although Kojima did kind of bash the Xbox in a way, saying uh that the PlayStation 4 was better because it could do 1080p like easily, and then and then the Xbox One can only do like 720p. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do that, but anyways,
And
uh,
there'll be some new IPs shown on both sides, I think. Maybe
yeah.
like three. I wouldn't say there would be more than three. And then I think PlayStation is gonna have a bunch of indies.
I'm looking forward to see. I think they're going to show The Last Guardian for the PS4, and I'm really
Oh man,
looking
I
forward
hope
to that.
so. I hope so.
Oh, yeah, that's been in development hell for so long, just like
I
Final
know.
Fantasy 15. They're both. Well, 15 has already been announced, but The Last Guardian, that's been in development since what? I think 2007.
2009. Yeah.
Oh wow, even okay, yeah.
Yeah, people are hyped about that game because it gives you that kind of like Shadow of the Colossus vibe to it. You know, it's made pretty much by like the same studio, like Sony Japan, and The
Yeah,
Last
I
Guardian
love
does
Shadow of the Colossus.
look interesting. And but as far as Sony, man, I really hope they. Here's my wish list, man, and I know these are kind of like long shots and all that, but I'm hoping for they show Project Beast, which is a PS4 game that got
Oh
leaked.
yeah.
And that game, I mentioned earlier that Dark Souls was my favorite game of all times. Well, this Project Beast is pretty much going to be kind of like a spiritual sequel, successor to like Demon Souls, which was the original Souls game. And if this gets revealed for PlayStation 4 exclusively, I mean, Sony already won E3 if they show that, because that's like my favorite game ever. And recently, I didn't like Dark Souls 2 as much, but recently someone bought the studio and all that, and they put the original guy back in charge, and I'm just super hyped about that. So, and I've already seen the gameplay images and all that for it, so I am super excited about that. It's definitely real, and it's been confirmed by insiders, and I know you can kind of take that with a grain of salt, but I can pretty much say it's definitely a real game, and I think it's going to be exclusive. And the other thing I want is, I don't know if you guys like fighting games. Do you guys like fighting games?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, they're games. They're not for everyone. You have to really work at them. It's not that easy to get into, but it's very competitive. But anyways, there was some rumors some time ago that Kojima was in the works with Sony to bring back a game called the Bloody Roar. I don't know if you guys know that. Do you guys know what Bloody Roar is?
Nah.
This
No.
this fighting game when they fight, and then all the characters have like a different animal, then they turned into it. Anyways, well, I heard a rumor about that, so I'm hoping so bad. Like, I hope that game gets revealed, because I think it would be a perfect counterattack to counter like Killer Instinct, with the whole fighting game, exclusive fighting game thing. So I'm really hoping that's real, and if they reveal that and Project Beast, uh, I can die. I can die happily. And
Here's mine. If you want to hear it, it's really
oh,
well.
I got two more. Wait, I
Okay,
got
go
two
for it. Go for it.
before you guys go. The other one is Crash Bandicoot. I know, I just feel it, man. I can feel it. They're gonna show it, because when Mark Cerny first got on stage at the PlayStation reveal back in February, they put the little theme song for it when he was coming on stage, and then there was that picture that had his little silhouette with an arrow pointing to the Sony Computer Entertainment logo. So I just think that's just too big of a hint for it not to be in the works. And Naughty Dog is also working on a third project besides The Last of Us Remastered and Uncharted 4. So yeah, it's definitely a possibility, and I think it will be a possibility. And then yeah, the other one would be The Last Guardian, but that's pretty much it, man. Really hoping on those things. So all right, man. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, first, I want them to do a release date for Kingdom Hearts 2.5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Final Fantasy 15. That's top priority for me. Second, I want them to do like a patch on the PS4 that'll bring back MP3 and DLNA
Yeah,
support. That
yeah,
would be really cool. I
yeah.
hope they did that. Third, they're probably. Did you guys hear about the two new patents filed by Sony that have two new models for the
Killstrain
PS3?
and something
Yeah.
like that, entwined or something.
Yeah.
No. Two new. It's for because two new version or a new model for the PS3 Slim and a
Oh,
new
yeah, yeah.
PS4 model.
Oh yeah, for the PlayStation 4. Man, the PlayStation 4 already is slim.
No, not like a slim one, but they revealed it was like a patent filing where they have two, like a new version for the PS3 and a new version for the PS4. So,
It's supposedly gonna make it so the innards are a bit different and like more cost effective and stuff.
Yeah, that's what revisions are for, just making it cheaper.
oh, I know for a fact that I won't have this PS4 5, 6 years from now.
I still have my PS3 fat, and I love it.
Yeah,
I
me
keep
too. I still have my PS2 fat.
I
Yeah.
heard the PS3 fat like slows down or something once it plays really, really new games. Is that true?
Nah, I never had problems.
Um, I mean, I don't really have a brand new. I've never really had a slim, so I can't really tell you. But I mean,
Yeah, I have the newest
it
one.
does slow down sometimes, but maybe it's because it's just that old. I need to replace the hard drive on it. But one thing's for sure, I've always noticed since like PlayStation 1, I've noticed that the original models that Sony comes up with are always more reliable than the slim versions. So that's,
Good
I don't
point.
know.
Yeah, I've got the top loader for the PS3 right now.
Top loader?
Yeah, the one where you have to slide open the cover
Oh, the
to put
super
in the
slim. All right,
yeah,
yeah.
the Super Slim. But yeah, I like because I think I've had 3 or 4 PlayStation 3s. I think my first one was the fat one. I got a yellow light. My second
Oh,
one was the slim, and the disk drive stopped working. The third one, I think after a year or two, I think it stopped working as well, and now I have this one. So
Dang.
hopefully this one lasts.
That's crazy. I haven't had like any bad luck with PlayStation consoles. I'm hoping my PS4 stays, working the entire time because I
I
haven't
don't,
had
I don't think
problems.
I don't think I don't think this PS4 is gonna last more than 5 years, to be honest with you. I
Real
mean,
quick question:
maybe,
does your
but
PS4 get loud?
yeah, it sounds like a jet engine, dude, when
See,
I'm playing on it.
see, with
really?
me, yeah, with me, it does that during Infamous and like during Killzone single player. But other than that, it doesn't. I mean, it's not loud, but you can notice it on Metal Gear. And then with Assassin's Creed, it's like silent. So I think maybe it's just because games are really like Infamous is really pushing it. But yeah, my system's like that too.
Wow. Mine's pretty much quiet, man. I really maybe it's
Well,
because I'm used to
when did
my
you get?
loud ass PC or something, but no, man, I think I mean, I even made a video about it. Mine's like super silent, man. Like, I don't know, I can't really hear it, man. And I play like right in front of it as well. So,
Well, when did you guys get yours? Because I went to the midnight release.
I
yeah, I
got
got a
mine the
midnight
day of.
release. I pre-ordered it from Walmart and I pretty much stood in line and since I pre-ordered, I pretty much skipped the whole line and just grabbed mine and left.
Yeah, I went the day like I didn't go to midnight release. I just went during the day the next day.
Yeah, I was at the midnight launch at GameStop. There was like a good 40 people there.
See,
Yeah.
I heard that one of the things about the new version for the PS4 is to keep it from being loud and hot during games like Infamous, because like once you take out the discs, then it's just normal, like you don't hear anything. When it's playing Infamous, especially. By the way, you know what I noticed on Infamous in Killzone, if you take it to like if you switch it to be locked at 30 frames, it's like half as loud.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I mean,
So
it makes sense, yeah, because it's more processing. You mean like switch it 30 frames per second on the multiplayer?
No, no, like for Infamous, and Killzone. I don't know if they probably do it for the multiplayer, but I'm mainly talking about single player because I don't really have problems with Killzone's multiplayer. It's the single player that makes it loud. But for both games, when I switch it from an unlocked frame rate to being locked at 30, it's like half as loud.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that makes sense though, since there's less processing going on.
Mm.
Did you
Well,
guys like?
yeah.
I've had this. Do you guys have problems with your controller? Because the rubber pads on my controller, I've already been shot.
Oh no, mine's good.
Yeah, mine's.
Mine started kind of peeling a bit, but right, I don't know, they peeled a bit, but now it kind of stopped.
All you really need to do if you see that happening is just get some control freaks.
That's what I'm going to do, man. Because these things are gonna come off pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah, I'm holding mine right now. I can't really, I don't know. I guess I'm just gentle with my controllers.
Yeah, it's
But
probably
yeah,
because I play a lot of Battlefield and there's a lot of hectic movements going on in that game. So
yeah, but it's definitely peeling a bit. I hope Sony fixes that. I'm sure I'm sure they've heard about it. We just gotta just let Sony know about that.
And see, this is the funny thing is when you hear about problems with Microsoft consoles, you need a replacement. When you hear about stuff like this with Sony consoles, all you need to do is get like some cheap control freaks to stick onto the analog sticks, or like I raised my PS4 up like half an inch above where I had it. and it's already helped the fans stay quieter. Or just turn the TV volume up or put on like headphones. Like as long as it runs, there's no problem because like it has the fail-safe thing where like it'll bring up the red light and shut off on its own if it gets too hot. You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened to anyone though. I
Yeah,
don't think that'll ever happen.
yeah, because it's just solid. Like it's built well.
Like where I have it, there it gets so much airflow, it's never gonna overheat. Not
Yeah,
unless
same
it's the
here.
summer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. That's kind of like my predictions for Sony. For Microsoft, they're just gonna show the usual that Forza Horizon, that probably a Gears of War little trailer teaser, Halo 5 demo. They're gonna show that. A bunch of multiplayer, multiplat games. Call of Duty probably gonna be the starting opening bell kind of trailer, and they may be doing a new Crackdown, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then for Sony, man, I really hope Sony really has an amazing, amazing press conference. I know they're definitely gonna deliver, but I mean like something as epic like last year, like just straight up beasting.
They probably will.
I heard that like one of the rumors is that they're gonna end the conference with a teaser for the Last of Us sequel. If that's it, that's gonna get a lot of people like hyped.
Oh yes.
How would that make sense though, since Naughty Dog is already making the new Uncharted? So how would they be making another Last of Us?
They have Naughty Dog is a very big team, so basically they can make two games at the same time if they
And like
want.
Bruce Straley said on Twitter a few weeks ago that people were working on prototypes and it was like making his palms sweat. It was so intense and he was loving it. So I think that they're already starting up on something like that.
I really hope it's a new Jack and Daxter, to be honest with you.
That'd be
Jack and
sick.
Daxter. Yeah. Jack
They
and Daxter.
considered doing that before The Last of Us, but for some reason they didn't do it.
Maybe that's that third project because they actually confirmed that they're working on a third project, man. So yeah, this is on like an article, Dual Shockers and all that. They're definitely working on a third project. So if it's Jack and Daxter or a new The Last of Us or Crash Bandicoot, it remains to be seen. Will it be revealed at E3? Maybe. I probably not. It's probably too early in development. That's it. Want my Gran Turismo as well on PlayStation 4. And
I want a new Devil May Cry, since the last one they released was so shitty.
yeah, I hated the last one. I hate it. It's just that guy was such a little emo douchebag, man. I
Yeah, it's completely ruined the character. Ruined the
Capcom has
movie.
been failing so hard lately, man. Like they've been releasing these straight up garbage games, like
Hopefully people get hyped.
Remember Me and what else they
The thing
made.
with them is like they think they do what they want. Like the thing is, they said something about Resident Evil where they
Hmm.
said that more people wanted it like Call of Duty. It's like no, we want it like survival horror, like it was like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. And after like Resident Evil 4 onwards was complete trash.
Hmm.
Even though I like Resident Evil 4 was the last good one, I'm gonna say.
I liked Resident Evil 4. I think it was awesome, but the kind of like the castle part, where there was these like cultist kind of.
Yeah,
I just didn't like that part because there was like magic and crap in it. It was I don't know. I think that part was whack.
the worst, the scariest part for me for Resident Evil 4 was when you're in that hallway and those fucking things start attacking you that you can't kill unless you have the thermal sniper.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And they make this weird noise so you know they're there. And you can't move forwards because if you do, then they'll start chasing you.
yeah. They'll probably really reveal Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah, they said they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they said they were gonna go back on their roots.
I don't
Hopefully
believe
they
it.
stay true to that.
I don't believe it, man.
Yeah. I also heard a
Look
little
at the
rumor
reason
that
why
it's
they're broke right now is because they don't listen to their fan base.
yeah. right now they're very tight. They're very vulnerable. I can't say that word. Vulnerable. Because they're, financially they're tight. So it wouldn't even surprise me if, Microsoft came up and said, "Hey, Resident Evil 7 now exclusive to Xbox One." Like that wouldn't surprise me because we know how Microsoft is. They just throw money at everyone and gets these third-party games to be exclusive. So,
Yeah,
but
but
hopefully
I feel
that.
like even if like it did that, they would still release it on PC since PC is still Microsoft.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. So that's pretty much it. What else? Is do you guys know if Epic Games is making a game for Xbox or no?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Hmm. That's one of like the little rumor I read where these supposed uh press conferences that got leaked and they had a bunch of stuff on there for Microsoft and Sony. Like, what do you guys think about that? Did you guys took a look at that? Like, did you guys look at that?
See, that's the thing. I think that at least half of it has to be true. Like I said, things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
uh, the Guerrilla Games new IP, The Last Guardian, Project Beast, stuff like that. It's definitely going to be there. But then the other stuff, like the Last of Us teaser, it seems like it could or could not happen. Who knows?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I think E3 is next week or 2 weeks from now
It's
actually.
2 weeks, yeah. It's just there's a 25th, and it's about 2 weeks now to get to the June 9th, and Microsoft's gonna go first, and
Well,
I
yeah,
think
didn't they go first last time?
yeah
Yeah,
they
they always go
yeah they went
first.
first. Yeah, they're really hoping that when people see this press conference first, they just go out that same day and buy an Xbox, a 399 Xbox One. They're really hoping on that. And they've been trying to hype this E3 press conference like before it even happens. If you've noticed, they did the 399 announcement, and that's something that's very interesting, man. Because if you announce that price point, I mean, pretty much during this month, no one's gonna be buying an Xbox One. I mean, at least anyone that knows about the announcement. So
Yeah.
they're probably gonna they just hindered the little sales right there, and they also did the little Halo 5 before E3 revealing announcing it, not giving it a trailer or anything, but just straight up announcing it. And then they showed the Sunset Overdrive gameplay as well, and they're doing all these 180s with their policies. They're really trying to like hype this conference up, and people are like these Xbox fanboys are unicorns are pretty much speculating that, oh, this must mean that Microsoft has an amazing press conference, and that's why they're showing all this because they have to take stuff out of the main press conference to have all this content at the conference. And I just
It's,
think that's just not true.
it's like I said, I think that they're going to show a bunch of stuff early and it's just not going to work out well. So I can't wait to see how they're going to fail this year because the, what was it, like dragon flying game last year where the video had no
Oh
sound,
yeah. They had that
and
with
then
Battlefield
Battlefield,
too.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was just embarrassing.
Yeah, that was funny. I was watching that. I was like, what the
It was muted and people were clapping. Oh,
I
that
think
was
you could hear some booze in the back too when they announced the price for
Yeah,
the
there was
Xbox
some
One.
people screaming "Xbox sucks" in the background. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Funniest moment was when Phil Spencer was announcing the price. Like he was so nervous that he was like
No, I don't think
stuttering.
it was. I think it was Don Matrick.
No, it was
No,
Phil Spencer.
Yeah, it
Oh, it's
was
Phil
Phil
Spencer.
Spencer, and there was this like awkward moment when he said the price, and he made this little face. Did you like he was looking to the side like with his eyes like he was smiling but looking to the side. It was just so funny because it was just complete awkwardness. And then and then when Sony announced their price point and all that, it was just like a huge uproar. It was just a lot of noise on the press conference.
I just think it's funny because Microsoft for the past 4 years, they've had nonstop failures with their conference. Last year, obviously, there were all these broken demos and the price and everything. The previous year, it was all about TV and apps. the previous 2 years, it was all about Connect. Like, man.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
man, that 2010 press conference from Microsoft was so embarrassing. Have you seen the little funny videos, about that press conference, them putting all the little stupid stuff and fake ass shit they were showing at that conference? And there
Yeah.
was this one part where I literally like face palmed because they were showing like Connect doing Skype, and there was these two girls sitting down on one on the bed, and then they were talking about gamer score, and it was just so fake. Like at that very moment, I was like embarrassed, man. Like, do you know how that is, man? You see something and it has nothing to do with you, but yet you're embarrassed. Like,
And I remember that fat nerd that was sitting there like doing the Dance Central demo. That was so funny.
uh,
And then the next year he gets back on stage and he's like joking around about his performance last year, and that was just as cringeworthy.
oh
yeah.
man. And that black dude that was on stage, he was like, all right, so now I can listen to Justin Bieber. Oh man.
I think that's pretty much it. We pretty much hit all the major things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it, man. We could talk about these like hypocrite fanboys all day, but that's pretty much it. That's what we got out of the way. I mean, you want to mention something about Nintendo?
No, they're not worth it.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Smash Bros. Tournament, and yeah, they're gonna have a Smash Bros. And show off the same old, probably a new Zelda, and I don't know, maybe a Metroid or something. Anyways, I'm not really expecting much. They need to fire a lot of people in that company, starting with Iwata. That guy needs to be fired ASAP.
Yeah.
He like
Mhm.
ever since that guy's been at Nintendo, it's just, oh man, just
Yep.
fail after fail after fail, man. They should drop the price of that out of that Wii U, make it like $200, and take that gamepad out and just take it away, man. Like ditch that gamepad, man. Like make it
I think you need
optional.
that though. That's how the system. You need to have that for the system to work. I think. I'm not sure, but
Like
I think
we
that's
talk
like the
about software,
controller.
like they could
That's its
patch it.
controller.
Yeah, for some games, yeah, because some games are actually built around it. But I don't know, man. I think they need to really make that system cheaper because right now it's better to have like a last gen console than a Wii U. I mean, that's just like embarrassing, man. Because that Wii U is supposed to be like a next gen console and it was out for an entire year, and it's like they released that console without it being ready or anything.
It's because they got no third party support.
Yeah. It's another thing, man. What's with that lack of third party support? It's just terrible, man. And then these Nintendo fanboys, they only like pretty much buy like Nintendo games, and when a multi-platform game, gets released on it, they don't buy it. From what I've seen,
Yeah, they just stick to their
their
first
attach
party.
rate is like low or something. And I grew up with Nintendo. I my first system was like the NES
Yeah, I think
and the Game
everyone's
Boy.
was.
Yeah, and then I had an N64, had an GameCube along with a PlayStation 2, PS1, and all that. But it's just been bad, man. It's been bad, and Nintendo systems are at the point where you can't really even use it as a primary system because you're gonna be missing out on so many games. It's not even funny. Like that's it, man. Just same old shit, same old shit.
I really don't have any problems with Nintendo fanboys because they're not as arrogant and stubborn as Xbox fanboys. Like Nintendo fanboys won't even talk really. They'll just stick to their own corner. But Xbox fanboys will come on every PlayStation video and start
Oh
talking
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Xbox fanboys are absolutely the most stupid, the most ignorant, the most stupid, clueless fairy tale little creatures, man. They're so dumb and ignorant. Oh man, starting with this what is this next gen 720p? Oh my god, that dude. Check this out. Check this out. This guy do you guys know if Metal Gear Solid 5 has exclusive content on Xbox One?
No, they haven't
It,
announced anything about that yet.
it's on both platforms for Ground Zeroes. Like
So
they,
it's the same content across PS4 and Xbox One.
They
yeah, because
just released it
for
for
the first
everything.
month or so, it was they had an exclusive
Okay,
mission.
so both versions in terms of content are equal. All
Yeah,
right.
no, they are.
Well, this dude, next gen 720p, bought Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes on the Xbox One, despite having a PS4. And it's a single player game. Like, I mean, there's just no excuse not to put it on the PlayStation because it was going to be better. And this guy just bought it out in the Xbox One, running at 720p, and he even made a video, complaining about that shit. So it's just funny, man. Same with Arsenal, man. He'd rather buy games for his Xbox One, even though
Wait,
the
who is that? I have no idea who he
Arsenal
is.
187. He's just this Xbox fanboy, like super Xbox fanboy. He recently got a PlayStation 4, but he's still a fanboy.
So he's not worth my time, is what you're saying. Since
Yeah, he's just a straight up fanboy, man. He's some of the stuff he says is just straight up stupid sometimes, and that's pretty much it. Same with this Anchorman guy. I exposed this guy so bad.
Yeah, that
This
dude's a
guy doesn't even like Xbox exclusives, yet
wait,
his
who?
channel is dedicated to Xbox. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. He even said he didn't even like Dead Rising 3 or anything. Like, really? You don't like Xbox exclusives, yet you have an Xbox channel, centric channel. It's just terrible, man. It's really funny, man.
My channel isn't even centered around PlayStation anymore. I upload everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have a PC, man, but my preference is just PlayStation. I have a PC because it's very convenient sometimes, and that's pretty much it, man. But I enjoy PlayStation. I like the exclusives, and that's pretty much me. That's me. PlayStation is my thing. I love my PC though. I love my little PC.
Yep. And we should probably end. We've been going on for like an
Yeah,
hour, right?
yeah. It's been going on forever. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Just gonna end this right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This is my first podcast, and is this your first time as well, guys?
I've done one somewhere else before, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I've
think I
done
have.
multiple ones.
Yeah, Rated D, you've done them before, but in Skype, right?
Yeah, I've only done one other one in Google Hangouts, and I don't even know how it got set up. So
All right. Well, cool, man. Those are our predictions. Those are our podcast right there. This is my first time. Really enjoyed this. So that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah,
Later.
thanks for having me on.
All right,
bang
Sam.
bang.
All right, have a good one. Bang, bang, rack 'em. All right, bye.
Later.